Just unless you in my reason. Remember as a child,
yo, we live.
Hey, we live, man.
What's
good?
good?
We live, man.
Hey, we got
Come
a
on,
special
pull it
guest
up,
today.
Rogie. Look, my boy pulled up on me today. It's different today. Pull it up on me.
We're gonna do this. Rogue introduce him. Woo.
Ooh, how you today, D? You out?
I'm good, man. I'm cool, man. How are you today?
Can't complain, man. Can't complain. You know, I'm feeling real protected, man. I'm feeling real protected. I got a gunsmith with me, man.
The gunsmith. Go ahead and introduce yourself today, bro.
Isaiah, go ahead.
What's going on, y'all, man? It's Big E. You can follow me on Instagram at B1G_3Es, or look me up on YouTube, BigETheGunGeek. That's no Twitter. TikTok don't fuck with me because they don't like guns. So,
they don't like guns. You know, they on that shit.
It's just Instagram and YouTube with it, but that's how we're gonna do it.
Hey,
for sure, man. And look, I told E we couldn't do this, you know, virtual because I get to play with the guns, man. I wanted to touch the guns myself.
face and ass, yeah. Hey, sadly I couldn't be there, but we still gonna get y'all the presentation, show y'all, you know, what he got going. So, like, where it even start off? Why you like? How you become fascinated with so many guns? Like,
well, shit, like it started my 18th birthday. My mom took me and my homeboy to the gun range.
Yeah.
We got our first tattoos, and then right after that, we went to the gun range. And ever since then, after shooting the first time, I just been into that shit for real. So, and I ain't bought my first gun until I was in college. And shit, situations leading up to that, you know, shit happens. Niggas get robbed. You gotta go protect yourself. So, had to buy a firearm.
So, like, with you, you know, your mom giving you, you know, taking you to the gun range at 18, like, was it like a thrill that you felt, like something that's like, you know, that was like, damn, like, I really fuck with this shit? Because a lot of people go to the gun range, but are not like into guns.
Yeah, that shit, it gave me a thrill for real, because it was just like, was just always on the game. Niggas always play Call of Duty.
For sure.
Always,
yeah.
in real life. And then you could bring that shit to life. I could have the guns in my hands legally.
See,
I was like, shit.
I'm looking at your shit like you playing real life GTA, young. Like that whole collection, you can pick whatever you want. You go outside, man, you come out Scarface and shit. So like, and you said that the robbery kind of made you, you know, get into firearms as well. So like, talk to us how like you can use that shit as protection, like legally and stuff. And you said having it legally, you can obtain all those guns. So talk about like those steps.
Yeah, so for sure, like first you gotta know the laws to the state that you live in.
That's one. We go on checklist. That's one. That's
the first thing. You gotta know the laws of the state that you currently live in. And secondly, you gotta have a clean record.
Clean record. Number two.
Clean. Definitely taking that bitch. You got felony.
No felonies, man.
Cannot be a felon. And then three, you gotta know how to obtain a firearm. So it's an easy process for real. In North Carolina, where I got my concealed carry, you don't have to have a concealed carry to buy a firearm. You just gotta be able to pass a background check, which means that you gotta have a clean record. No felonies, no pending cases, nothing like that. And you'll be all right. As far as going to get a concealed carry, though, you got to take an 8-hour class. It's on a Saturday. You got to do a shooting course as well, which is pretty easy. You got to hit the target a certain amount of times for 3 different distances.
Can you explain the concealed carry versus just like having a firearm? Like,
yeah, for sure. So you also got open carry, concealed carry, constitutional carry, and it's illegal possession of a firearm.
Right.
So first you got constitutional carry, which means if you're in a certain state where they got constitutional carry, you don't have to have a permit or anything to be able to conceal a firearm on you.
What state is that?
Wait, so you don't gotta.
Georgia
just started working on that legislation last week.
Could.
Yeah. So
Rogie.
Hey.
We gotta be a little safe out here. Gotta be D. I gotta watch out now. Shit.
It's getting vicious out there, champ. Oh, I gotta pull me up. My bad. I'm
about to say, fuck is you doing, man? Get it together,
shut up, Hawk.
Well, get it together, man.
All
right, so, oh shit.
Right now, I believe it's 21 states with constitutional carry.
So that means no permit, required. You can just own a firearm.
No permit required. Of course, you gotta have a clean record or whatever. But
What about Florida?
Florida is not. I don't think it's constitutional carry.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't need no constitutional
Nah, we
carry.
really don't. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm
Florida.
about to say that's not a place.
It's just like easy to get a gun in Florida than to get a box of cigarettes or some shit. Little kids getting that shit easy.
Neck ass, boy.
It's crazy. For real. You can buy a gun off anybody at any price.
I'm saying.
Too easy.
So, all right, that's constitutional carry. Now, open carry, that means like you can.
So, open carry is you can have your gun on your hip outside the band. It has to be in a holster, and it's got to be visible to the public.
Okay.
So, if anybody can see that you're carrying a firearm, that's the open carry.
Okay.
Now, open carry is different in some states as to what they consider open carry.
Right.
Because some people you had an outside the waistband holster as to where the gun is completely showing, and then some people would say they got an inside the waistband holster, but they got the shirt tucked behind it.
Okay.
So I know, like in Detroit, they give you a citation for carrying like that. You gotta have your conceals if you carrying like that.
Okay.
That's like a big citation, or is it some small shit?
I'm not even sure for real, because I was just talking to my cousin about this. He lived in Detroit, and he got his concealed carry as well. And I had on my Instagram about the open carry and concealed carry, like what it is and versus. I did a little TikTok for it or whatever, and he had hit me. It was like in Michigan, the way you show like a carry, but you got it inside the waistband with the shirt behind it. They can get niggas a citation in the city for that.
Good.
God damn.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. And boom. So that's open carry, and obviously concealed carry is like putting it, in your waist. Like niggas be putting it in they dip and shit. So like
concealed carry on the waist, inside the waistband, under the shirt, in the pocket, the pants leg. If you got an ankle holster, if you got an under the arm holster, you got a jam. Everybody can see the gun. If you hide in the gun, that's concealed.
Okay. I ain't gonna hold you. So like. Now, talk about the class. You say you got to go to a shooting class.
Yeah.
Then you got to go pass a test.
Yeah. So with that, in North Carolina, you got to go online and you got to register for the class. You can do it online or you could go to a shooting range. Some shooting ranges offer the classes. Okay. So I went to a shooting range to do the class. They offered the class. It was on a Saturday from 8 to 5 or like an hour lunch or something like that. And you went in there, sit in there, they go through the whole firearm handbook, and then you take a test at the end of the class. Okay. And then before that or after that, but before you get your concealed carry, you got to go to the gun range and you got to do the fire test or the shooting test, which is you got to hit the target. I believe it's 25 out of 30 times at 5, 10, and 15 yards. Or something like that. That's how it was for North Carolina at least. And then after that, you get your certificate, and then you gotta book your appointment. Now that's the thing. Booking your appointment at the sheriff department, that shit might be 6 months out, 7 months out. Okay. You never know how long that's gonna take. So that's the longest part of the process right there, is actually being able to go book the appointment and pick up your permit. Okay.
All right. So after you pass that test, you officially got your like concealed carry. What's like the first gun you like? I'm about to go get this shit. Like I gotta go get this bitch.
The first gun I would recommend somebody to go get.
Yeah.
Okay.
Springfield.
Little pocket rocket.
I'm telling you,
pocket rocket
like
thing.
GTA, you got all the different types right there, Slim.
Yep. Firearm is empty. It's a 9mm compact pistol made by Springfield. I got a 15-round magazine with it. It feels perfect in the hand. You get the pinky on the bottom. A lot of compact guns don't come with the grip or the magazine that's long enough to get your pinky on.
Let me see what that thing hitting on. Let me see what that. What's this again?
Look at.
Springfield
Hellcat. This nigga like a little ass kid with it, dog.
Springfield Hellcat, man. Look at that nigga. He's not lying like the grip. Real live. Good weight. When you.
We gonna have an expert review, and then we gonna have the idiot review right there.
Okay.
This is another one I would recommend everybody. It's the Glock 43.
Respect.
Also a 9mm compact pistol. The only thing I like better about the Hellcat is that it's a double stack compact pistol. It's a single stack. So
explain. You gotta explain that to me real quick.
All right. So double stack is 2 rows of bullets in the magazine.
Okay.
That's double stack. Single stack is 1 row of bullets.
Okay. So when they talk about the stacks, they're referring to the how much bullets you got in there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay. And then so let me ask you this. So have you ever thought about putting like a switch on your guns? I know like that's what everybody was talking about. Every nigga that sleep. Hey, I got that switch in that bitch. You that's all you is. So have you thought about getting that?
Nah. I say no because I know how illegal it is to obtain, to have, or be in possession of at all an automatic gun.
All right.
The only way you're supposed to be in possession of an automatic gun legally is if the gun was made before the automatic ban, which was in like the 60s or the 50s.
Damn, so you need you an old ass gun.
Yeah,
like
you had to buy some old shit to be able to have a legal automatic firearm.
Let me ask you this, right?
God damn.
Okay, because I mean, we ain't here to tip or anything, but where the fuck niggas getting all these GTA military fucking rifles and shit?
Murder man.
Like, because man, show them this one, man. Y'all gotta see this one. Show them this one right here. Hey Mo.
Hey dog. I ain't gonna hold you. You know how bad of a day you gotta have to pull that.
Like,
out
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm thinking
people.
the nigga is, good. Like, you feel like I got the beam on it too.
That's some shit you see on the movies. You hear me? Straight up with the scope on that bitch.
So like for our viewers, man, because like I ain't gonna lie, I remember you told me you was building guns. Like, is this one that you built?
I actually bought this one at a gun show. So I bought this from an old couple at a gun show. He actually built this firearm. It's a 300. It's an AR-15 300 blackout. The round is much bigger than the 5.56, and yeah, he threw the grip with the laser and flashlight on it.
Ooh, I know y'all see the beam. Ooh, hold on, throw that beam back on it for me. Throw that beam.
Stop, dog. Stop, dog.
Hey. Oh, you cut that on good. Oh, we got Rogie to the beam, man. I'm holding this while I take my shot.
Hey,
I'm
look,
holding this while I take my shot.
This is like a kid right now, dog, at the toy store.
Oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. Damn, this is crazy.
Sir.
So, like, talk to us about building the guns. Like, how did you learn that and shit? Because people ain't just doing that every day. Well,
yeah, no. When he
we ain't hearing it every day, I would say. Go ahead, though, Zach.
A gun like this here. This is my first AR. You can take a gun like this and build it. It come in multiple pieces. You got the upper, which is the barrel, and the chamber. You can't see the chamber. Actually, I'll show you on the other side. Empty. The upper to this whole piece here.
God damn.
You buy upper, and then you could buy a lower.
So what do you buy for, like, what costs more? So like, this is a gun you built?
Yeah, this one.
All right, so walk us through your process with buying this junk. Cause this junk ain't like that. I ain't gonna let me hold it while you talk.
Look, I'm looking virtually, and look at us, look, he's so excited, dog.
This is an ATI Omni AR-15 7.5-inch pistol.
Mm-hmm.
You got the upper, which is the barrel, and you got the lower, which is the hand grip.
Hand grip right here.
Hold, and the trigger.
Right.
Then we got all the attachments on it. So when you're buying the lower, you can buy the lower online. No, you have to buy the upper from the store. If you buy the lower, you're able to have pass the background check and everything to pick up from the store. So one part you can just get shipped directly to your house.
So without a permit or anything, I can get an upper shipped to my house?
God damn.
What the fuck?
Hey, this shit, I'm telling you, it's so easy.
But
And
the lower you gotta pick up from the store.
Okay. What you saying?
at least one of them give you sense. You know, you gotta get them from the
Yeah.
store, get a test and shit. So let me ask you, is it cheaper to like build a gun or to just go buy you one?
It's gonna be cheaper to build the gun for real.
Really?
Yeah, it's gonna be cheaper to build the gun because the parts will cost you less separately than buying it all together.
Okay.
So you may find the upper online for like 120. You may find the lower online for $250 to $300 right there. That's almost $400.
G shit.
Right.
So how much?
How much does this cost? Like, just if you just sell this right now, how much does this cost?
If I was to sell this gun here, I'd probably sell it for like a stack. So when I bought it for $400 with none of the attachments on it. I got the pistol brace on the back. That was about $120. Both of the flip up sights on here probably was about $40. The grip on the front, it's an angled foregrip, was about $20.
Ain't that grip right here? This one.
The red dot was $75.
There's a red dot on this too?
That's the red dot.
What is that?
Turn that right there. Look through the scope.
Hey. Oh shit, dude. Hey, it did. Hey, that's crazy right there, man.
Cody's real life in Call of Duty right now, yeah.
Nah, this is literally this is Call of Duty. Real deal. This is fucking assault rifle and shit, man. I used to get up in. This is an M90.
This nigga don't know what the fuck he talking about, dog.
And then I bought a 60-round magazine, which was $65 too.
Okay.
Versus the standard 30-round they come with. Nice big round.
So probably everything you probably spend about like what, 7?
Probably about 850 around there.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This gun to me look like a $2,000 gun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I think to be honest though, that kind of goes with anything though. If you like get the parts and like build something yourself, you're cutting down costs.
Yeah, because the labor of the company and stuff.
Yeah, you feel me? Like people would spend majority of the time spend more money on like, they don't feel like doing it. But I think like if you're interested in guns, like what you're doing, this is the best thing to do, especially if he's saying you can order a top half of your gun without even having a permit. So then by the time you get the shit in order, by the time say your shit come back, when you can order your next thing, you can build your own gun as soon as you get your permit, like in the process.
And I ain't even gonna hold you. You think about that, help with you even budgeting for real. You want dog and shit, you want the right dog shit. All right, I get the upper right now, get the bottom later, you know what I'm saying? Get my shit together. Then bow, you got what you want, and you ain't trying to like spend it all in one go. So let me ask you this: like, what made you just want to learn? Like, damn, let me learn to build this shit. Was you just tired of like the overpriced guns or some shit?
Now watching videos and seeing people do different shit with different guns, you could buy so many different parts for this shit and all that. Like if I wanted to, I could put a red trigger on my gun. All these bolts on here could be red. I could do the charging handle in green. Like once you start building your shit, you do so much different shit with your gun. And then to get the lower, I know we said we get shit the upper to the house. To get the lower, you wouldn't have to have a license. You just got to pass the background check.
Oh shit!
You just got to pass the background check, and then you good.
If you got no priors, if you got a clean record, you can order the top, and you can order the bottom.
Damn, I ain't even gonna hold you. That's sweet.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you roguey to that, man. Come on, man. Well, I hold cause I got my gun in my hand.
Hey, young, I'm just looking at the way that this nigga is holding this damn gun, young, and it's just like, fool, take this shit away from him.
You gotta bring that Ruger over here, man. Now, let me tell you about the Ruger. Let me tell you why this is my favorite. All right.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and do your demonstration. Boom.
Boom. It's clear. No magazine in there, of course. This here is a Ruger SR 1911 lightweight. It's called lightweight because it's got a stainless steel frame or the slide with the I can't remember the name of the material it's made out of right now, but
that just look like
got the frame and the grip.
Yeah,
of a different material.
This grip, I'm not lying to you. Like, no funny. I'm not a killer, but if I was a killer nigga, it would be with a Ruger. Like this Ruger, crazy how this grip, like you can real just boom with it. Like
That shit lovely.
It's so smooth, man. It's so smooth. Like, goodness
And
gracious.
you see how excited he was to talk about the grip.
Look at the logo though. Cause now I ain't gonna hold you. I know y'all heard we all heard Ruger in a song before. I ain't gonna hold you. Like we heard niggas talking about with my Ruger and with my Ruger. You know what I mean?
Hey, don't
like,
ever, y'all see the way the nigga my Ruger. Hey, stop, dog. Hey,
nah, I ain't gonna hold you. So like, now this joint is like, y'all gotta see the Ruger on the name though. Like,
no, it's definitely tough, very detailed.
This joint is like exquisite. But okay, let me ask you this: like, you don't necessarily like be, nervous. Like, I ain't gonna hold you like with all these guns sometimes because you black. Like you a nigga.
Good question.
Sure. So like, you know what I mean? How do you go about that? Because I know the gun laws are, obviously like set in stone already. Yeah. But it's always law. It's like it's the constitutional laws, and then it's the constitutional laws dealing with black people. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Like it's always two separate laws.
There we go. Hey, it's constitutional laws, but it's constitutional laws for black people too. Yeah.
I'm about to say it's supposed to be equality for all, but we all know it's different when it comes to black people. So, for example, talk about getting pulled over. Like what do you think? Like, well, talk about that process if it was to happen to you. Like, how would you handle it?
It's crazy you asked that question because I have been pulled over.
Oh shit. Yeah, let's talk about it. And you had
talk about that shit. Yeah. I literally would shit in my pants. Even though it's legal, I just would be nervous, man.
It's real crazy because the same cop that pulled me over, this was while we was at A&T. The same cop that pulled me over, later on, videos coming out of him like harassing people type shit.
It probably was a nigga who tried to get Mike. We was about to fight that nigga that day. Did he have a bald head?
No. It was a white.
What about with Bruce and Brownsville? Probably.
Yeah, was he a white little fat chubby motherfucker? Hey, that nigga was a bitch. Like I swear, that's how I know who you talking about. Like little ugly ass nigga.
So I was leaving from Camp Green, and I used to stay in over by Sebastian, Collegiate Commons.
Right.
So we was leaving, and I'm riding through campus. I get to the light at right on Market Street, and I'm finna cross over. A cop pull up beside me, and I'm like, "Shit!" One, it was an NCAP police officer.
So you ain't really thinking too much about it. I ain't gonna hold you.
But I'm in the lane going straight, and he was an NCAP police officer in the left turning lane. So I already knew he was about to pull me over. Because when we sit at that light, there's no reason for us campus police to be going to the left.
Right.
Going down East Market Street.
Oh, yeah. Campus and right there. Well, for y'all, we went to school in Green.
It's real A&T talk.
Okay, East Market Street is basically like a street where like the common area of Greensboro begins. So when he made the left, that wasn't no longer campus. So basically he like, oh yeah, I know they about to try to get me.
Right.
Go ahead.
Already. So he pulled me over. I'm in the car, whatever. He walked up to the car. This time I'm in my old, like I said, 92 Isuzu. So I got
that nigga said a Suzu. I don't even know what the fuck a Suzu is. What is the Suzu?
So I gotta roll the window down, and I don't have power locks on my car.
Shit.
So at this time I didn't have my concealed carry. I was open carry. And I'm open carrying in the car too. So he pulled me over. I rolled the window down. He asked me what's going on. He said he's saying I ain't have my seatbelt on.
Boy, that be the jump. Like that be the jump.
I know he was lying because I had 5% all the way around my shit. You can't even see in the car.
For sure.
You can't see nothing inside the car.
So your shit was tinted,
like
and black. And he just was also, oh yeah, I seen you and have a seatbelt on from I happened to look out the window and look and see you didn't have a. That's how they be, man.
He pulled me over, so I'm like, all right. So then he come up to me, he let me know that, and then he looked in the car or whatever, and he see I had my gun on the seat, and he was like, "Is that your firearm?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's my pistol or whatever." He was like, "All right, well, we got another officer here. I'm gonna have him come around, open the door, and all that." And run the numbers, and he was like, in the future, if you get pulled over again, you should let the cop know or whatever that you got a firearm in the car with you.
For sure.
All right, I mean, that's cool, whatever. So, but then I told him, I was like, I don't have power locks. Reach over there and unlock the door. And he was like, oh, you chilling? It's good. Go ahead and do what you gotta do. So I was like, all right. So
Oh shit! I
Boy,
finally
listen.
get what you're saying.
I would have been scared. I would have been scared.
Yeah, I
The
get what
moment
he's
I would've
saying now.
reached
Like, cause I'm
over,
like, I forgot what power license. So you gotta reach over where the
you
gun
gotta
is
reach
that
over.
and open the door. Oh man,
I would have been lit.
boy,
Right.
not with my Ruger.
So that's why I told him first. I'm like, I gotta reach over there to unlock the door. And that's when he was like, all right, well, go ahead and do that. You all good. You're not hostile or nothing like that. So I unlocked the door, and gun was loaded, full clip, one in the head. And he asked me that. He was like, is the gun loaded? I told him, yeah, and it's one in the head. He was like, all right, good. Like, I was like, what? He was like, that's how you're supposed to carry it. And I was like, oh, okay, all right. So now I understand. But the other cop came around. It was a black dude, black bald dude. And he opened the door. He took the gun. I guess they went and ran the numbers on it, whatever, make sure it wasn't part of nothing. And then he brought it back, and he was like, so you just wear your seatbelt next time or whatever. And then they put the gun on the ground. He was like, when you get to the house, you can load it again. So,
hey, thank God ain't go bad, dog. Cause listen, I be nicked. I just got pulled over early this week. I got nicked over a damn traffic ticket. So me and I got shit. So
hey,
you having a gun, and then like you get pulled, boy, I would have been racing. I would have been, man.
I just got pulled over. I just got pulled over like last week. I guess like they was looking for a nigga or something. Yeah. Now, mind you, I didn't have anything in the car. I was just getting off work. Right. But like my heart racing because I'm like, I ain't do nothing. So what the fuck you pulling me over for? Exactly. Bro, the nigga told me he seen me on my phone while I was looking for the GPS. I was using the GPS. And I was like, I was using my GPS. And that's how you know he was on some bullshit. The nigga didn't even ask for my registration. He only asked for my license. He ran my license. And he like, oh, all right, bro. He probably was looking for somebody. He looking for somebody, but I'm like, damn. But he was a nigga, though. I'm like, come on, nigga.
Nah,
like,
I ain't gonna hold you. I think they was looking out because I just had that same kind of situation. He said I made a right turn. You know, I was trying to beat the ongoing traffic, so I went a little fast. He called me, bow, cool. He pulled me over. He like, yeah, let me get your register, your license. I got my DC license still. He like, you ain't got your Florida? I'm like, nah. He like, let me see your wallet. Let me make sure. I'm like, nah, I ain't got no Florida. I gave it to him. He go in there, check. He like,
hit him with my Ruger.
So watch out, yeah. But nah, he gave me a citation. He was like, look, fool, you don't get caught this month. You good to go. Just go ahead about your day. So that might be him looking out. I don't know. But like, so tell us, like, if anybody with a gun, they get pulled over, whatever the case is, they might not get lucky. They might get real aggressive. So like some feds might get aggressive with them, whatever the case is. What do they need to make sure that they got on them to make sure that they good at any situation?
You need to know the law of the state that you live in.
So, learn the law. You gotta know the law.
You got to know the law.
Okay.
Like in North Carolina, it's open carry. So if you riding with a gun in your car and you got the gun concealed, when they pull you over, if you can legally have that gun, put it on the seat or put it on the dashboard. Somewhere where it ain't next to you. So put it on the other seat or put it up on the dashboard on that side so your hands is not near it, one. And they'll be able to say, okay, he got a firearm in the car.
Right. Like, it ain't no question about that.
Right. But in certain states, you don't open carry. So then you would have to say, okay, I got my concealed carry. Some states, you got to let the cop know when you got a gun in the car. In other states, you don't. So you also need to know that as well. Because I've been pulled over in Alabama. I've been pulled over not in Georgia, Virginia. In all them states.
Oh, Alabama.
Alabama, Virginia.
Bro, I would be scared as shit to get pulled over in Alabama, man. Not with my Ruger.
So when I was in Alabama, he pulled me over for switching lanes without using my blinker. I had my gun on me. And I was open carrying. Alabama is an open carry state. But
let's point out the fact that any state you win, you stay strapped. Like you just got that on you.
Hey, look. My man always got his shit with him.
He named different states. He just like different altercations. I got pulled over, but he got that shit on him. So don't play. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, though, bro.
But yeah, they pulled me over for changing lanes without using the blinker and shit. And down. I had my concealed carry at the time, but I was open carrying because I got a magnet in my car that I could put my pistol on. So it stayed right there while I'm driving. So if I need to, I could grab it real quick.
Right.
So but I had it on the magnet or whatever, open carrying. But when he pulled me over, I just put it right in my middle console. That way, you know, he wouldn't be like, "Oh, this nigga got a gun in the car." You know how shit been lately out here in the world. So I ain't want nobody tripping off nothing.
Right.
So I just put my shit up. And, you know, asked him what was going on. He walked up to the car. Now, in Alabama, you don't have to say that you got a gun on you. But, like, if you're in Virginia or something like that, you got to let them know you got a firearm in the car.
Right.
So I just, you know, went through the process. He gave me a warning. It was like, I'm straight. You know, go on about your day.
Rogie, man. I just think the part that niggas need to understand is just like, ain't nothing wrong with carrying. Like, in America, you can carry, but you got to just play by the rules, man. Like, play by the rules, man.
Good.
That's the main thing. Because a lot of people just want to have the joint, don't want to play by the rules. It's not that hard to go get it. The way that he just listed the steps to go get it.
Yeah, like, I didn't even know it was this easy. Like, for real. I really didn't know it was this easy.
And shit, we in Georgia now, so here, to get your concealed carry, you don't even have to take a class. You just got to pass a background check. You get
the fuck out of here.
Pass the background check, and you go and get your concealed carry.
I'm about to go get my concealed carry. Y'all about to see me?
How about Florida? You got to take a class?
I think Florida, you don't have to take a class, but you can just look into that. I don't think
I'm about to look into that. I'm definitely looking into that because I ain't gonna hold you. You need one in Florida.
If y'all need to know the gun laws, the website I go to, it tell you a list of every state's gun laws. And it tell you the reciprocity for concealed carry. So if you got your concealed carry in one state, it'll tell you all the other states you could carry in.
Okay.
And that's usconcealedcarry.com.
usconcealedcarry.com.
Hey, look, you just dropped the gem right there for y'all. All gun lovers. Anybody want to get more information? Right there. US. Show it again. I'm sorry.
usconcealedcarry.com.
Wow, there we go. For all gun lovers.
That's gonna tell you everything you need to know about every state. And I also fly with my guns. So anytime I'm
You can fly with them?
Yes, sir.
I definitely peeped how you demonstrated on your TikTok, like the case and everything, like how you supposed to fly with it.
Show the case, man. Show the case.
To fly with your firearm, you need to have a hard side lockbox. You gotta put your firearm in the lockbox. You gotta have the gun separate from the magazine. You got it in there like that. Close it. Lock it. You gotta have the key or the code. You're gonna be the only person with that. And then you're gonna put it in your check bag. You gotta check a bag to fly with a firearm. You cannot put a firearm in a carry-on.
Okay.
If you put a firearm in your carry-on, you're going to jail.
Okay.
So my cheap flyers. Don't try to do spirit.
Yeah, you little cheap bastards. Okay. You need to check your bag.
If you fly in Spirit with a gun, expect to pay that extra $80.
Yeah, you're gonna pay for Spirit if you got your Ruger.
Hey, stop, no.
We gonna rogue to that, man. For real, that's really vital right there, man. That's my first time knowing you can fly with a firearm, man.
I need some more lit.
Oh, I got you. Look, got you. Hold on. Let me get that. Oh, let me get that. We gotta do it on the side, y'all. We gotta do it on the side.
Y'all see that? Y'all see how sneaky my man moving too. So I ain't even gonna talk about it.
You feel me? I keep that jack on the side. I don't put it in the open, man. Rogie,
yo.
With your gun is essential. I've been to Detroit. I went to Detroit 2 weeks ago. Flew there with two of my guns. I flew with fly with more than one gun as long as you can fit it in the case. Multiple cases.
Oh.
My cousin came from the D out here. He flew with three of his guns. He put them in different cases.
God damn.
I only got my one case right now. I'll buy another one in the future, but I ain't really pressed for it.
Right? Yeah.
I could fit two of my guns in my case.
Yeah, because you got compact size guns. Like you got your Glock 9 and you got your Hellcat. You see, I done learned today. You got the Hellcat and that Glock 9 and my Ruger.
Hey, just stop, yo. That nigga look like little the checker shooters.
Hey, stop playing me, fool. If I really get up on you. Yeah, I say you don't want me to get up on you.
Hey, stop.
My Hellcat
Boom, 2 guns in there.
and the Glock in there.
Hellcat and the Glock.
Hey,
And he can put the magazines right here.
Right
Boom.
back.
Easy.
You good to go.
So let me ask you this though, right? You want to feel extra protected if you bring like more than one. Cause I be feeling like, for me, I'll be like, well, you know, we good to go. You got 2, we'll make you want to bring multiple and shit just to like, you know, converse and stuff with it. Or
Yep.
got you.
So I bring 2. One I carry every day. My Hellcat is my everyday carry. Like
Humble.
I'm gonna have that on me at all times. You ain't gonna see me without my Hellcat.
Hey.
One day I'm gonna have my Hellcat in the Hellcat.
In the Hellcat, you hear me? Hellcat in the Hellcat, you hear me? And I'm gonna have my Ruger in the Rolls Royce. Ruger in the Rolls Royce. You feel me?
Nah, cause look, and then let's talk about how you carry, cause you carry it a special way, right? Cause I got in the car with you before, and I see like the magnetic strip, like underneath the shit. Like I ain't gonna lie, he really was on some 007 shit. Like if a nigga play, he can really like pull it out hot.
No bullshit. Like it's right in your dip, like real deal.
Literally.
Right where your heating and your radio at. He got it right there, a magnet right there. So basically, it's like in his face down, so it's easy for him to easily access it. You know, shit like that.
So if somebody pulling up, I'm driving. I ain't gotta goddamn reach for my shit, back seat, none of that. I'm driving. I'm right here with you. Quick, grab it and up. Wherever you at, grab it and I'm up.
Where you get some stuff like that from? Like you gotta get that like, especially put on, or is it something like you could just do it?
Amazon.com.
Hey, they got it all. I ain't gonna hold you.
Jeff Bezos know what he doing. He try to get all the niggas with the guns. He giving all y'all the weapons. Real deal. Bezos.
Amazon.
All these attachments on this gun you can get off Amazon. You might not be able to get the pistol brace, but the red dot, the flip sights, the grip, all that, Amazon.
God damn, I ain't been on special website. Go right there.
Save your money.
Save your money, man.
So that's when you get some of your accessories, all Amazon. You save up a lot for real.
You can for real. I just happened to buy all those at the gun store because I got a deal. I got a deal on all of them. But if you want to save some money, Amazon got some good stuff. As long as you take care of you're gonna be straight.
You be at the gun store that much? They throwing you deals like that?
I be up there. Like the niggas at the range know me. They just hand me. I walk in, they hand me the paper. Like, here you go. Sign in. We'll let you walk in. I take shorties to the range or whatever, and they'll be like, you gonna tell her the rules of the lane, the gun range, or you gonna get an instructor to do it? Like,
I was about to say, I mean, you done damn near know all of what the fuck to do. Don't pay no damn instructor, man.
Never.
Don't pay no instructor.
Out of 7 days of the week, how often you go up that way?
I really go about once or twice a month for real. Like, I probably go like every 2 weeks.
Humble. That's a good, like, it's probably therapeutic for you too, because a lot of people say that. Yeah. Like I know some of my coworkers out here, they go hunting. They like that's the most therapeutic, just hunting and shit, like shooting a gun, killing shit. And that's why, you know, when they start saying that, I had to step away from them.
I'm about to say, you be careful with your little coworkers.
Step away. Trust me, I know, but like, how is that like? That's therapeutic for you, like another way for you to get your own peace.
Hell yeah, going to the range very therapeutic. Like I love shooting, so me loving shooting, it ain't nothing more that I want to do. If I got the chance to go to the range, I'm going for sure. The only thing is like the most costly thing about the range is ammunition.
Like bullets.
Bullets.
Okay.
Now that's another reason I got into firearm and buying a lot of guns is because I love to go to the range. So if I'm going to the range and I don't have guns, I gotta rent a gun every time I go.
Right.
Or if I want to shoot something different, I gotta rent some shit to shoot something different every time I go. And how often I go, it was just cheaper for me to buy a bunch of guns.
Right, and then just only worry about the ammunition.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So now, like ammunition skyrocketed. So every time I go to the range, I'm gonna have to spend like $200 or $300 just to get enough rounds to shoot for like an hour.
Damn.
God damn.
Right, but I'm spending $20 at the range.
Shit, you spend $20 at the range, but you spend.
I spend $300 in ammo, and that'll get me.
How much do it be at the range?
It'll take me like I can go to the range probably 2 times with 300 rounds, or like $300 in ammo.
Okay.
And that's about an hour, maybe an hour and a half each time because they be fucking with me.
Right.
So, but and also depend on what kind of ammo you buy. Because I got 9mm, 45, 22, 5.56, 300 blackout, and 12 gauge.
I don't know what he just said.
But
do you know, D?
I know a couple of them, but I ain't.
Look. I know a few from a rap song. I know a few from a song. But I don't know. That nigga said blackout 45, 86, 35, 42.
Lawrence, you thought he was calling a football play right there?
Yeah, I'm about to say, look, he about to call it audible right now.
I tell you, I love it. But yeah, that's it. That'll get you about 2 times to go to the range, about $300 in ammo, and then I spend $20 at the range. So if I was to go to the range like I do and I didn't have guns, I'll probably spend about $150, $200 each time I'm going to the range. Instead of just
the $20.
Instead of just that.
Okay,
$20.
I got you.
That's a humble deal. That's a hell of a deal right there.
So,
and
like, I gotta ask. My bad.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I gotta ask this though, right? Because I mean, yeah, you've shown us the good side about it, like how you protect yourself, how you handle it legally.
Yep.
Let's talk about how violent the world is right now.
Yep,
you know what I mean?
Sure.
These things are legit dangerous as fuck.
I give y'all a story right now, and it makes me laugh because I know if my homeboy see this, he gonna laugh about this shit. Because I just bought this gun here. I bought the CZ Scorpion.
CZ Scorpion.
Now this tell you can't trust everybody either. I love my nigga, but you can't trust everybody with guns. He was even in the military.
For real?
Yeah, in the military. So we go to his crib. I bought my new gun. I'm like, yo, I bought this new gun.
That just like that. Foldable and all that.
Come here.
Yeah, so this is a CZ Scorpion. Empty. Nothing in the chamber. No magazine.
How much they go for?
This right here, $1,200.
D try to give a little.
Hey, you see, I'm intrigued. Got the little phone face. No nigga head.
He try to get him a little Scorpion, man.
This right here, the gun by itself was a stack. The folding pistol brace was about 120, 150 actually, and I had to put the pistol brace on myself. That shit was tough, but
I'ma holler at you about that.
Shit on there, man. That shit fire. Let me see.
You can shoot it like that.
Damn.
Or I can fold it, put it on the shoulder, and then the last way to carry it, what the pistol brace.
Oh, it got straps.
What the pistol brace actually made for.
It got straps.
You ain't it. Look, you be in a shootout, that junk ain't gonna never fall, Chad.
That junk ain't gonna never fall, man.
That's some
Scarface
fire
shit. Show that. That's fire.
That is some Scarface shit right there.
That's fire right there.
You ain't going out.
That's hard.
That's how it's supposed to be.
We gonna talk more details about that one. We gonna talk more details.
A man want the Scorpion. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I want the Ruger. You get the Scorpion. We could be boo. You know what I mean?
So that's that right there.
We bad boys.
Hey, bad boys.
But so now, what's the story about that? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so these shits is dangerous. We was at the crib chilling. I showed my homeboy it's empty. I'm like, yo, it's an empty gun. I show him that it's empty. I hand him the gun. Here you go. He was like, yeah, you got the. I'm like, this is the magazine for it and everything. He was like, damn, this shit tough. I'm like, yeah. Put it in. He holding it. I'm chilling on the couch and he's standing facing his door, and I'm behind him. And I'm on my phone, but I hear him. I look up and I see him pull. He pulled the thing back on the side.
Right here?
Pull that back.
Oh, hey, y'all, I'm telling y'all right here.
No, hold on.
This joke is
I'm just nicked up because he telling the story he pulled the Jane back. And he like, what Jane right here? And just putting it back too. Like, come on, fool.
But at this time, so he pulled the charger hand, but he has the magazine in the gun.
Oh,
right
shit,
now the
okay.
magazine is out
Yeah,
of the
this
firearm.
shit empty.
But he had the magazine in the firearm. He chambers one. I tell him, I said, there's one in the head. He said, okay. And he keep looking at it and fuck around, pull the trigger.
Yo.
In the crib.
No.
In your crib here?
No, in his crib. We was in North Carolina.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
He put a hole in the crib.
God.
Nobody got hurt?
Apartment or was it a house?
Button on the side. Button over here. Hit that and then fold.
Okay.
So was it an apartment or like a house?
It was at an apartment complex, but we was in the hood too. I mean, you know, being in Fayetteville, we was in the hood a little bit. So
Fed now. Shout out Fed now. 2-6.
Yeah, you been in North Carolina way too long. There's no way you did that.
Firearms out there is normal. So being out there, you know, people aren't tripping too much. You hear one, you just, oh, okay, somebody shot a gun type shit. But nah, shit was straight. He just shot in the crib. We was like, what the fuck? And I was just like, give me the gun, put that shit back in the car type shit. Can't trust niggas. But firearms are very dangerous. Gun safety is key. That's why any gun you pick up, you want to make sure it's empty when you pick it up. Lock that slide back. Make sure there's nothing in the firearm.
For sure.
Any gun you got. Same here. This my Glock 19 Generation 5 with the Hollow Sun red dot sight on it.
And my mind just got that thing too, because I remember they said that Gen 5 Gen. Is that like is it Gen 5? G shit, they talking about what gen is that? He like Gen 5. Is that like a trend? Is that like a trending gen or something right now?
Yeah, so Glock puts out new editions of the same firearm each year. It's something to be, it might not have any differences, but some may be different. Like Ruben got the Generation 4 Glock 19. His the front lacerations on it.
Got you.
So if I want to give you some grip, if you want to cock it back from the front, and it got back lacerations for if you want to cock it back.
Like y'all, this right here, I'm not lying. I can get a nigga with this. I can get a nigga.
Dog, I wouldn't want somebody like you to even have that right there, yeah.
I also don't know if the Generation 4 came with the MOS slide. MOS means it already had the cutout on there for you to be able to put the red dot on it. So this one had the cutout, so I could put the red dot on it. So for this firearm, I paid $770. But if I was to get it without the MOS, it'd be about $599, $600.
So MOS really to help out with the scope, like the equip any scope you want on that joint.
Exactly. I mean, it's red dot ready. MOS is red dot ready.
Humble. So
if I didn't have the MOS, I had to cut the slide to be able to put the red dot on.
Okay.
So what's go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
I just wanted to follow up with that question because you talked about how dangerous it is. Like, and like with us knowing how dangerous it is, you know, there's a lot of anti-gun laws, man. Yeah. Like, you know, at a time I kind of agree with them because I just seen how people never wanted to educate themselves within the profession. So a lot of innocent people get hurt. Yep. And I think like that's what we want to like, you know, like eliminate like innocent people dying due to gun violence.
For sure.
So I feel like, you know, obviously we know people use guns for, I guess, the wrong reason. I'm fully supportive of protecting yourself. For sure. Like if a nigga is trying you and you got your shit, blow his head off. Like, why are you trying me? Like, especially if I'm, you know, like not, if I'm not in like, you know, if I'm not antagonizing you, I'm not starting anything with you, you're trying to be on some funny shit. But I just think like, basically, I want to kind of know your perspective on like, how do you balance it? Because like, you don't want to be a killer. I don't think, I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I think people who have guns, I don't think you want to be a killer, but I know you will defend yourself.
Basically, so yeah, how you control those intentions where you want to like hurt somebody, but like, you know, it don't have to lead up to that. You don't have to resort to that. Like
when it comes to that, it really comes to discretion. You gotta know, first you gotta know the laws and you gotta know what you can and can't do as far as being able to defend yourself.
Right.
In a stand your ground state or to fight self-defense in general, You truly have to feel like and have proof that your life is at danger.
What is an example of that? Because people talk about self-defense, but like from your research, what is a viable situation where self-defense is justified as far as a gun law?
So I actually saw a video one time and I looked into the case a little bit, and the dude actually got off. It was crazy because they got into an argument. It was a white dude and a black dude. Example of white privilege as well, because a nigga would not get off for this shit. A white dude was at a store, and him and the black dude got into an argument or whatever. The black dude pushed him to the ground. He pushed him, and white dude tripped. As soon as the white dude hit the ground, he pulled his gun out and shot, bro. Shot him and killed him.
So it's the moment that you feel threatened. Like if they attack you, then that by all means, that's when you can pull it out, because you don't know what that person gonna do after they attack you.
Those are the constitutional laws. Remember, I told you there's constitutional laws and there's constitutional laws when dealing with black people. Because, like he said, the situation was reversed, and the white man pushed that black man to the ground, and he pulled out his firearm and shot that white man and killed him.
For sure.
He will be prosecuted.
He will probably be prosecuted. They're gonna say the white man didn't pose enough threat for you to feel like your life was at stake or some shit like that, and you would get charged for murder rather than beating that case in a self-defense fashion.
Right. And that's
self-defense.
And I was about to say that's why it's important for us. Like, of course, yeah, we're gonna always protect ourselves. I want to, but we gotta always be cognizant to the fact that like the laws don't always apply the same to us. You know, even though that we might feel threatened or something like that, we can just whoop their ass, at least pistol whip them or something before we shoot them. Then like resort to that. But just understand that like those laws don't always work in our favor. So you gotta always think twice before you go ahead and pull that trigger.
You gotta think twice before you pull that.
Oh, we got Rogie there, man. D just gave that shit.
You gotta think twice before you pull that gun out in general. I tell people all the time, if you're gonna draw your gun,
you better shoot it. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. Like that's why like I don't own a gun. I don't carry a gun. I plan on getting my license and getting a registered license, but if I'm pulling it out, I plan to shoot.
Right.
Like people, be playing games with the shit. Like, fuck is it a game? Like this bullet could take your life.
Real life.
Yeah.
Like, I was in a situation one time. This was in college as well. It's crazy because we was leaving a party, some house party. It was over by the G. We walking up the street. It was me, my homeboy Matt, and Rick was out there with us too. We walking up the street, and it's a nigga at the top of the street screaming. I heard somebody was out here on some gang shit or something like that. He was like, I hear niggas on some gang shit. Nigga has a sword.
A sword?
Like a katana.
Like Mortal Kombat?
Oh.
Like a real sword.
Hey, get the fuck.
He
got a mascot helmet on, and it's like a rabbit. Like on some Purge shit.
Right.
Like if Purge was real life, you would have thought this nigga was in Purge. Like,
wow.
No cap. I can't even make this shit up. I don't know.
Greensboro full of characters though, man. I swear that like this is the craziest place I've been.
And then the thing is, I know a person who used to have the little bunny mascot. Remember one of Bruce's roommates at the little jail? I hope it ain't him. But
but he wasn't having no motherfucking sword. I hope.
I don't know. I'm praying it ain't him. But go ahead.
It was a skinny little lanky nigga. I don't know, but nigga had a sword and all that. So we walking up the street, and it's like cars parked parallel on both sides. And my car is at the top of the street, and bruh's at the top of the street screaming like, I hear niggas out here on some gang shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, all right, well, let me down. I gotta get prepared. I don't know what this nigga's on.
Right.
So we walking up the street. I tell Matt, I'm like, yo, he's walking down the street. So I got my gun in my hand at this point. I'm like, if he's coming down, we about to make this left in between the cars. We're gonna walk through the grass or whatever. He was like, all right, I got you. We made the left, bruh still coming down the street. And he getting closer to us before we kind of walk between the cars and shit. So I was like, I told him, I said, if this nigga keep coming towards us after we cut, I'm gonna have to shoot this nigga, and this is what it is. He was like, all right. I mean, I understand shit. This nigga got a sword.
I ain't
We walking.
I ain't gonna argue.
about-
I ain't gonna argue with you, bro. Go
we
ahead.
walking to the car, like talking about the shit, because the car is at the top of the street. I got to get to my vehicle.
Right.
So I got my gun in my hand. I don't even know if the nigga's looking at me or not because he got a mask on, this whole helmet. And stop. He might be like 15 yards ahead of me, like to the blind.
Right.
We walk through the cars. I stop behind the car and I'm clutching like just aim and shoot. And he keep walking. He look at us, but he just keep walking. Pimped on down the street.
Hey, so,
Kept walking.
hey,
Like,
dog, Rogie, man, that's crazy as shit. Cause I was off impulse.
yeah, if he was gonna turn and walk towards us, I'd have had to shoot.
Man. All right, so look, and before we wrap it up, what's three? You guys said what's three of your favorite guns? Besides
like,
the
come on,
Hellcat.
man.
Besides
Yeah,
the Hellcat,
show
because
the
we know the
guns.
Hellcat, the everyday tool.
I'm gonna show everything, but I'm gonna give you the top three.
Oh, you can put this one back, put that one back. Hand me that shotgun. You grab that bad boy right there. That boy.
Which one you want? This one?
I'm gonna get the red one. I need the red one. Hey Mo.
That thing looks
What's up, nigga?
So these are both 12 gauge shotguns. Both of them semi-automatic, no pump. That one is magazine fed. And this
That
one
look
is
like a Fortnite gun. God damn.
Yo, this gun's so big, y'all. I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, it can't even fit on the screen. Like, gun big as shit, dog. Like, look how you real full size bad boy. Like, this real full size shotgun. Like, no cap. Like,
12 gauge, both of them. This
God
one,
damn.
that one in red. This one in camouflage.
yeah, he got the camo jump. That camo jump bust. Like,
That's
that
OG.
camo jump bust for real.
So
But this-
those two in your top three?
So let's see what I got for the top three.
This is my favorite.
My number one.
Dog, I
It's gonna
hate
be
this
my-
man, dog.
My number one is the CZ
Oh,
Scorpion.
it
Nah,
got
that Scorpion, hey, that Scorpion, hey, D, I'm with you on that Scorpion. That Scorpion go crazy.
This
Hey,
a
it
9mm pistol. It's only a 9. Shoot the same thing as my Hellcat.
God damn.
I love this gun. The first time I shot it, I went to the range. I shot a CZ Scorpion it was a CZ carbine with a silencer. And it was amazing. After I bought that, I said, I'll be buying the CZ. After I shot that, I said, I'll be buying the CZ.
For sure.
Damn.
That's the first one. That's number one.
That had to be number one. Had to. Only right.
Number two, I'm gonna have to go with my Glock 19 Generation 5
Nah, that is crazy.
with
Like,
the red dot sight.
with that red dot sight, yeah, I'm telling you, I looked in that jump. I fuck a nigga up
I
with
don't
that
even
jump.
know if you would be able to see
I don't know if you can see that red dot, but I'm telling
Nah,
you,
You
You can
kind of
pinpoint
could, but
it.
not really.
it. You might can see it on the mic stand right there. Can you see it?
Oh yeah,
Use
no, you
your
actually
eyes.
do. You actually do. You actually do. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah,
that's the
use your
red dot
eyes,
right
little
there.
ugly son. Fuck you talking
Shut your whole
about?
ass up, man.
And I
What?
put the +2 magazine extension on here, so it was really 15 rounds. But I took this off, took the bottom plate off, and put this on to make it 17 rounds.
God damn.
17 plus 1 in the head, that's 18 rounds.
It's like it's crazy, right? Because like if a nigga hold a gun up, you supposed to give your shit up, but if the nigga Stacks hold that shit up, like I probably would laugh his dumb ass out. Cause he keeps talking, what? Like nigga ain't
You talking about me? Oh yeah, you wanna
Oh,
die today? You wanna die today? That's what you gonna see. This is the last thing you gonna see. Barrels, nigga.
Nigga would take the gun from your dumb ass.
My third favorite is probably gonna have to be the one that made me start collecting.
Nah, that's the joint you built, right?
Yeah, this is
Now
my
that-
5.56 AR pistol, 7.5-inch barrel.
That guy that
That-
had to be in the collection, had to be the top three.
Nah, that
I
jump
love this
crazy.
shit, but this motherfucker loud. Like when I say loud, shooting this gun, it's terrible. The first time I shot it, I couldn't hear out my left ear for 3 days.
God,
For real?
I will not lie to you. I got earmuffs. The first time I shot it, I had earplugs in.
Hey Mo,
That shit did nothing for me. It
So
was
the
like
silencer-
shooting it without having anything protecting my ears. I literally couldn't hear out of the left side for 3 days.
What about a silent? Like putting a silencer won't even help it?
All right, so for sure, a silencer is gonna help definitely. And to get a silencer, you got to go through the same process that you would go through getting a concealed carry. You got to find a store. Well, it's the same background process, but doing it is a little different because you're gonna have to go to the gun store. You will buy the silencer at the gun store the same time you apply for the silencer. You got to get a tax stamp for that motherfucker. So you're gonna have to go through the background check. It's probably gonna take like 6 to 8 months to prove for it, as long as you clean. And you'll be able to buy you a threaded barrel. Now, to get threaded barrels, you don't have to have a license or anything special for that. You could buy the threaded barrel, but to get the silencer, you got to go through and get the tax stamp and all that stuff. So it'll take a little while, but if you're familiar with the concealed carry process or just buying the firearm process, it's going to be the same thing to get a silencer. The silencers will run you about $200, and then I think the application may be anywhere between like $50 and $100.
Damn, that's what they get.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We done got real guns 101 today. Like, I done learned about guns as far as my Ruger. I done also learned about, seriously, I done really learned about how to really maneuver, because I ain't gonna hold you. The biggest thing that you taught was like, I shouldn't be afraid with the police as long as I'm taking care of my X's and O's.
Exactly.
And a lot of the problems is a lot of Black people into situations where, we always scared of the police, but it's different when like, all right, I'm always gonna be scared, but I know I'm covering my ass.
Exactly.
I'm I'm protecting myself throughout the process. Exactly. And that's what you really explain to everybody. Like, man, you can protect yourself if you know the law.
Exactly.
Like, educate yourself. Like, niggas, y'all want all shoot guns? Cool. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Just educate yourself. Real deal. Educate yourself, enlighten yourself, and realize that, okay, these are a dangerous thing, but they are necessary. Honest, they are necessary for your protection.
In today's society, you cannot go wrong with owning a firearm. Anybody that come into my life, I tell them to buy a firearm. I'm gonna take you to the gun range. I'm gonna show you how to shoot. I'm gonna show you how to break the gun down and clean it. All that shit. I'm gonna bring videos to y'all as well about how to clean your firearms. I got carrying guns, videos, recommendations for women. We're gonna come with that. I think the best gun in general to everyday carry is the Hellcat. That's hands down for me. For me, that's hands down. Hellcat or Sig Sauer P365.
Sig Sauer P365.
And clearly for stocks, this is Ruger. But look,
Ruger. He not letting go of the Ruger.
Hey, I'm literally going to get this. Like, I have to get this, Joe. Like, I'm not even about to fake with y'all. I'm going to get this, Joe. This Joe, the grip is like, but nah, man. This is a hell of an episode for real, man.
Episode. Y'all know where to find E at, man.
Oh, man. We gotta say,
I appreciate it
for real. Nah, we appreciate it for real, man. Sure. Like we said, we always love to inform and enlighten people. You know what I mean? That's what we all about. Man, go ahead, D. Take us out, man.
Hey, it's Rogue Souls. It's D.
Stacks, man.
Hey. Big E, man. We here.
We
out.
We out. That's sure. Top in.
Plenty of guns, nigga.
Well protected.
Well protected, nigga.
Fuck y'all heard him, so plenty guns well protected. And look, we ain't done with it. All right, y'all, we gone.
Can't judge unless you in my reason. Remember as a child, I hated Christmas, that's the worst season. The only gift I ever got was freedom. I'm not really worried about my